languishing second from last at 4 to win this one if they have a chance of qualifying for the top 4. All around the ground, lovely movement of the feet, then used the depth of the crease to guide the ball through the covers. Oh, it was another shot we saw today. He was scooping the balls, he was just guiding them, mere push through the covers, reversing them, all the shots in the book, and really enjoyed his time out there.
Yeah, what it does is when Liton Das is in a form that, we just showed you those strokes that he plays, he just demoralizes the bowler. Plays with such a straight bat. He started manufacturing few strokes. We saw that in the last ball of the previous over, trying to lap it down towards the onside region, but straight hits, especially towards those cover region and mid wickets, it's a delight to watch him play. He is so strong. We seen a boundary as well today early on to the spinner Mehdi Hassan, but he just downs down straight over the bowler's head. And the full face of the bat that Liton Das offers, it's a delight for a spectator, not so very for the bowler. Bowls a good ball, still time it to the boundary.
Well, Saifuddin is back. But he's playing delightfully. I thought, you'd feel when he's playing away from the body, but he knew absolutely where he was going to place it, and he gets an IPDC 4.
That's what shortest format of the game does to you. You start throwing your hands at the ball, which in a longer format of the game, you would just let it go to the keeper. And that's the demand of T20 cricket. You say he's a purist? Yes, he won't touch that, go anywhere near that away going delivery, Liton Das. But because here every ball needs to be counted for, he'll throw his hands at it. And that's why it's slightly uppish. Not the full control, but that is a stronger area. 32% square on the offside.
Now, not in absolute control on that equation. Just fortunate that he didn't really get tangled up completely and let the ball go through in the air to a fielder.
Very rare you see Liton Das ball hurrying onto him, as he gets a lot of time playing any shots, whether it's a pacer or a spinner. This time Saifuddin manages to hurry through the right-hander, couldn't get hold of it and not in control. Change of field for Soumya Sarkar. Third man comes up, fine leg is also up there, and mid-on goes to long on.
That's a dangerous field for Soumya Sarkar. He's strong, square of the wicket. Fortunately for him, it's just gone to the backward point region. Safety first, any time of the day. Inside the ground, outside the ground. That's why ensure that you have your mask on. Boshandara mask to protect yourself at all times.
'21 of 14. Liton looking good. Just that offside fielder being taken away, now placed to mid-wicket region. Still within the power play, still restricted by the fact that you need two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. One's gone to deep point, and there's one at deep square leg. So pretty much square, the two boundary riders. Pitches it up. Good bowling.
Interestingly, so far I haven't seen a specific plan from both the ends. Bowling is all about partnership. Every bowler has their own role. The field setting and the two batsmen out there, they haven't been able to challenge them so far. They're bowling short pitch, at the same time they're bowling fuller. The field setting, I don't actually getting it. What's actually going on? No slip fielder now for Soumya Sarkar again.
And pitches it up, toe ends that. This is excellent bowling after a loose first one. Has come back very well. Saifuddin continues with the way he did the first over.
Yeah, the margin has been so very minimal for the seamers. And with the growing awareness of a lot of batters, they started preempting what exactly the bowlers would be doing. They're doing that really well, preempting and playing those attacking strokes.
Again pitching it up, again forcing the batsman to try and dig it out. Top finish to a good over. Power play done and dusted, 48 without loss.
Without loss. Ghazi Group Chattogram, after Minister Rashai winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. And not a bad power play for Chattogram. It is once again this pair of Litun Das and Somoshaka, who's been in very good touch throughout the tournament. Rezaur in the attack. Is still a little bit wide. It was upish. Got about, perhaps he did get some part of the hand. But he really slashed at it really hard. Have a look at this one. It's a good attempt. Just going a little bit far. There's a bit of a hint of movement, and that's the reason I feel a little bit disappointed to see what Nazmul Hussain Shanto has done with the field. You've got to understand the conditions quickly. After one or two overs, you understand what the ball is doing. Certainly, there is some seam movement available. Again, onto the pads, but the lines and the lengths have not been good at all. Again, beautiful piece of timing. Just a gentle mere push, and has gone to the IPDC boundary. And it also allows me to introduce my fellow commentators, Shayan Nafis and Edward Rainsford. 50 comes up on the board.
That was outstanding. Somo Sarkar is timing the ball, and the way he bisected the fielders, that is brilliant. The fielders had no chance. Sheer timing. Ball on the pads, just a roll of pitch and went to the boundary.
Good afternoon, Atta. Good afternoon, Sharia, and everybody that have joined us today. Chattogram having it their way again.
Munir-uz-Zaman officiating in this match, and with him is Shulkat. The two umpires for today's match. That's well bowled, slower delivery. I just want to take the viewers back to that very first over where Mohammad Saifuddin bowled and he forced the batsman to nick it. And have a look at where the ball fell in front of the slip fielder. I thought he was too far. We were back at the comm box discussing this, and straight away it was my fellow commentator Edward Rainsford pointing out, why is he standing so far? And have a look at his speed. He's bowling in nothing more than 120 kilometers per hour. And when you see a bowler bowling with that pace, you've got to have that slip fielder up.
It's the thinking as well. You're playing a game to survive. You're playing a game to try and make that final qualifying position. And the decision making, the fielding, the desire in the fields, the level of, you know, competency in terms of your excitement or what you're trying to achieve in the field after winning the toss and wanting to bowl first and wanting to field, because that's the desire. Win the toss. If you win the toss, this is what we want to do to be successful and make the conditions count for us. However, I've seen it's almost laid back. It's almost waiting for something to happen. There was an opportunity there to get a dangerous batter out. Now they've got a partnership of 50. Setting up their stall. Good commitment by the batter. He doesn't want to go anywhere.
And this is the fourth time that this pair has put on more than 50. 79 versus Dhaka, 73 versus Khulna, the same pair, and 62 versus Rajshahi.
That should give you more than anything in the fields to try and break the partnership and try and get another batter in. We know that Chattogram has struggled in the middle order.
It's the bowling department. And I did ask Nazmul Hussain Shanto what he was telling his bowlers. Shot. The man in the D will cut it off. The easy pickings for Chattogram, 55 without loss. And it's all not only that ball that dropped short all in front of the fielder, Shahryar. What's your thought on that? Because we thought the fielders were quite deep in the slip. Oh yes, that's gone for the 19 easy sixer. Such a lovely use of the feet from the man in really good touch, Liton Das.
Once again, Liton using it fits. The ball was tossed up. Liton comes down the track and times it perfectly. And the placement was outstanding. That's a huge six over cow corner. He is in touch. Good touch.
They're bossing the game, really. These two, they look unflustered. They're just going about their work as if they're having a net. They haven't really been tested besides that first initial over where there was an edge and then there was one that wasn't appealed. Oh, 282 runs. And he only played 7. Sat out the previous game. He could have been on 300 plus.
Yeah, they've got to find the bowlers. They need to find their mojo.
That was the edge. No one appealed. No one reacted. It shows that they were not ready from the ball one.
It's also the fact that they're quite far back. So is there some sort of illusion with the ball? There was enough deviation? Was there enough sound there for them to believe there was an edge? Yes, very faint. But at the same time, it's important to be on the money, as you said, from ball one.
This is the one that we spoke about initially. It fell short, and the slip fielder was quite deep. And the next one that we saw later was a genuine nick, a very, very fine nick. Nothing from the keeper, nothing from the slip. What about the bowler? Nothing from the bowler too.
Got to be desperate to win games, especially if you want to stay in contention to qualify, to have another bite at the cherry, another opportunity.
Once again, it's a very good start. And a new bowler playing as the very first game, Sanjamul Islam.
Bowler in these conditions, if you get it right, you're going on a decent rate, 8.13. Starts with a wide delivery and he slapped that one. The man and the beat will cut it off. A couple of more runs. They've just been bowling too wide. They need to relax.
Who doesn't? Yeah, it's the bowlers. I'm just was looking at the stats from the bowlers in terms of wicket. Islam is only one wicket, one like 4 each for Mahdi Hassan or Hassani for Abdullah. He has been on the higher side. Certainly problems for Rashid.
Favorite area, but it's blocked off. Now, if I look at the field and I look at the body language and I look at the captain, it doesn't look like there's a desire or there's a plan. I don't see a plan of how they're going to break this partnership or how they're looking for wickets. They're almost as if they're waiting for these two batters to make a mistake. One in a very, very good vein of form. That's in the cap. And that'll be an IPVC 4. Again, waiting for something to happen and they're being punished.
I love the way Little is using his feet. He has done it all day and throughout the tournament. The ball was not that short, but the way he backed away, made room and placed it to the perfection, that was brilliant batting. It shows he's in great touch. He has a lot of confidence. Just backed away. The ball was on the stump, but he waited late and placed it perfectly.
Yeah, they're not letting the bowlers settle down.